Hey guys, and for today's video we are playing a brand new game. This is League of Pantheons. So this is an idle game, and I'm personally not somebody that has really delved too deep into idle style games or things like that, especially here on the channel. So if this is a game that winds up interesting you, please be sure to check out the links down below in the description and check the game out for yourself. So what we're going to do for today's video is, like I said, we're going to be going through some gameplay. I'm going to walk you guys through some of the things that I personally have found enjoyment in when it comes to this game, because like I said, I don't typically play very many idle games, but this one has a nice aesthetic to it and has wound up being pretty addictive, if I do say so myself, in terms of just how quick and how easy it is to jump in and get started playing this game. So typically what happens with idle games is there's not a ton of, interaction, a lot of stuff like that. The game is kind of just a thing that passively happens. I was on about 20 minutes ago. I come back, I have all these different rewards to go ahead and claim. So we're gonna go ahead and do so now, and we're gonna wind up I believe leveling up to level 20. Yes, we did hit level 20, which is pretty awesome. That's one of the big milestones you're going to achieve in the game. That'll allow for me to unlock certain things like this chat feature, and then also have access to, let me go ahead and close this, wherever that is. There we go. Also have access to the higher speed button. So we're gonna go ahead and go through a boss battle, and I now have access to the ×2. Is there a ×3? Nope, just ×2 speed. I will take it. So overall though, this game is predicated on this style of gameplay, and you go ahead and do build up your teams and stuff like that. So we're gonna also walk through some of the other modes like the arena and stuff like that, and we're gonna also do some summons. So anyways, like I said, be sure to check out the game down below in the description. But what I'll tell you is, I do love that this game is not trying to do too much. It's not trying to be something it's not. And what I've heard from other players that do enjoy idle games in general is that this game seems to have quote-unquote mastered what idle games are supposed to be. That's pretty awesome to hear. And again, if that is you, if that is something that you guys are well versed in, that genre of game, let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, especially after you decide to check the game out. We do have some passive rewards to claim here from completing the story and stuff like that. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and do some pulls, like I said. So let's go back to the main city and we'll do some summons. So overall though, let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup of characters. So actually, excuse me, that's my my actual lineup here. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna start off with a free pull. Here's a summoning animation. Okay, we got a 5-star there. Pretty awesome. We got Gaia on the free pull there, so that's pretty cool. Let's view the skills of Gaia here. Also, I'll say I really do love the graphics here. I've seen, I haven't played, I've seen some other idle games, and part of what turned me away from them was the graphics. And this game it's got some, solid like DS level graphics. I'm not upset about that on a mobile game and a game that you're supposed to be passively playing that much. So let's read the first skill here. Earthshake deals 82% physical damage to front and mid-row enemies with a 40% chance to taunt them for 2 turns. That's pretty cool, putting a taunt on the enemies. What I have heard as well is characters that do have access to area of effect type of attacks are going to be really good in this game. The passive skill here is Gaia gains HP plus 20%, and then also defense plus 15. So she seems like a bit of a tank as well herself. Protects the ally with the lowest HP with 1 shield for 2 turns. The shield can cover damage equal to 170% of Gaia's attack. And yes, there is a role assigned here. It does say she's a tank slash shield type of character. There's a stat distribution. Let's go ahead and get out of here. I love the art, by the way. The art itself is pretty awesome. Okay, so we do have a 10 times pull we're gonna go for. We have actually numerous of these. All right, so here we go. Okay, so Anubis here, a kiss of goodbye from the god of death. So we're not gonna truly go through every character, but I do want to see what this guy does because he looks pretty cool. He's reminding me of Beerus here. Anyways, a kiss from the dead deals 88% magical damage to all enemies with a 70% chance to reduce their magic damage resistance by 10% for 2 turns. Has a 100% chance to inflict curse and a 25% chance to inflict 1 extra curse, and the damage bursts after 2 turns. Seems pretty awesome. Seems like such an awesome character. Plus 35% attack and 15% HP for his passive there. Another AoE hit here that also has a chance to stun. Wow. And then here, plus 20% damage with a 60% chance to inflict curses. This guy seems pretty awesome. He seems like a character you're going to definitely want to pull for. Okay, let's keep going. So Death Knight here, our first non-5-star of the video. That's a pretty cool art there too. Okay, another tank here in Arthur. Okay. So apparently it only shows you like the newer or / higher rarity characters. It didn't bother showing me the 3 stars, which, trust me, I don't mind. All right, here we go again. I am completing some missions, some feats there, so it is telling me a little bit. Yeah, apparently it only shows you 4-star and up. Okay, so I saw somebody just pull a 6-star, so I would love to pull a 6-star if that's a thing, you know what I'm saying? What is this, pity? Spend 1,000 points to get that, okay? Okay, no, 5 stars only, okay. Maybe that's through leveling the character. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump in for another pull here. And we got Poison Mage, another 4-star here. I got spoiled because the pop-up at the top this time was for me. I am gonna get a 5-star. And look at that waifu art right there. All right, here's a 5-star for Athena. Okay, another mage. Arise, my champion. May the hopes be with you. What is she doing? Wow, that art looks really different from... She has an entirely different hair. All right. So magic damage. Strikes an enemy in front with divine sanction, increasing own crit damage by 30%, dealing 246% magic damage with a 100% chance to inflict life bane for 2 turns. Life bane, it means they can't be healed. So it's like a heal block mechanic. HP and attack, passive. Calls forth falling stars, dealing 163% magic damage to 4 random enemies. So 4 enemies on that one. And this one here is what, a single target? Yeah, single target. And this passive here, plus 25% damage against enemies above 70% HP. Wow. Has a 66% chance to inflict break armor, which is a minus defense effect on enemies below 70% HP. She seems kinda iffy. I need to see her in action. Not sure if I love that or not. But let's go ahead and do our last couple of batch pulls that we have and see if we can get lucky, guys. All right. Nope, nothing there. Bunch of 3 stars, actually, is what was there. Cupid. And a 5. This one is for Phoenix. So traditionally, Phoenixes are pretty good in games. This is a tank character, so let's see what we have going on here. Attacks all front row enemies, dealing 155% magic damage with a 90% chance to inflict burn, which makes them lose 15% of the caster's HP, or attack, excuse me, as HP for 2 turns, apparently. For 2 turns, if Phoenix employs the power of fire, dealing 103% magic damage, recovering HP equal to 100% of self-attack if Phoenix employs the power of ice. Interesting. Frost, fire, okay. Also a third effect here for the first time, I think, in the video, in the passive, okay. Rises from ashes immediately after death, healing 55% of max HP, and increases damage resistance by 30%. So if this character dies, it returns with 55% of its max HP. Is that multiple times or one time only? But it also gets damage resistance. Pretty crazy. Has a 100% chance to inflict red hot on the attacker when being attacked, which makes them lose 7%. Okay, so it's like a burn there. Dealing damage equal to 7% of the max HP for 1 turn. Pretty cool. That character seems pretty awesome. Okay, so we don't have enough for a 10, so I'm just going to go ahead and move on from there. What we'll do is we'll do a free one here, see if we get anything, and the rest of these I'll just save for myself at the point where I do get access to another, what's it called? Batch pull to do. So enough of that. Let's go ahead and take a look at our hero cast here. So this is everything that we have, all of our 5 stars, so on and so forth. What I want to do is I want to go ahead and show you guys some of the progression. So here we have the equip, and we do have the level up. So we don't have these skills unlocked. The only one that we have is Frostfire. So we are going to need to progress with the character and then increase the rarity and stuff like that. And as you see, you do unlock the skills. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to just keep going as far as I can, unlocking all these passives, doing the levels as much as I can. So that's about as much as I can do right now. I will need to go ahead and play some other stages and get some resources, etc. But for now, I'm just happy to go ahead and improve my team. So we're going to do the same for our boy Anubis here. So equip ball, level up. Going to do this very briefly. And then we're going to play some gameplay. Did unlock the passive, which is obviously going to be nice to get the stat increase. And again, if you're enjoying the game, be sure to hit that thumbs up and check out the game down below in the description. So this is a good time to go ahead and show you some of the places you're going to be playing, such as the Babel. This is Babel Tower, should make sense. This is a tower mode. Look at how many floors this thing has. Look at this. I'm not going to keep going, but we're like over 200 floors. So yeah, you're going to get a lot of stuff, a lot of resources from here. So let's go ahead and enter. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out my team. We're gonna swap there. I do have some more things that I need to do. Also, I'm certain that just like most games, there is a benefit to having certain characters in certain positions, as you can imagine. But that is what we are going to do for now before I figure some of those things out. So off the bat, there we go. I'm loving the ×2 speed, by the way. It makes a massive, massive difference. And yes, if you wanted to get that sooner than level 20, you can basically purchase it by, I believe, having a higher VIP level. So, okay, that was a very quick one. We're going to go ahead and fight another time here, and then we're going to check out the arena, which is this game's PvE-based PvP is what I'll say. You guys have probably, encountered something similar in various other games where they do have the, the AI, like your defense team for arena, stuff like that, and people do play against your AI and your characters in your team. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on to that and check it out. Okay, so there's a log here. Let's see how my defense worked. Failed, 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 failed. All right, so my defense wasn't very good. You can even replay the defense matches, so that's something, man. That's something. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and fight here. Can I see what's... Okay, we'll just play this guy. And I am going to need to change my defense and my offense now that I did pick up all those characters. Okay, you can check the ailments on your characters here. I have Burn on my Poseidon. He's got a bunch of 5 stars. Did get rid of one of his characters early though, but my characters on average seem to be probably maybe not an average, but they seem to be a higher level. I imagine having 2 level 50s versus one character close to 50 and others that aren't even close makes a really big difference, right? So yeah, it is. You can see it. You can see what's happening here. Okay, well, we're gonna get this win. Love to see it. Okay, nice. So we're gonna play another one and see if we can get some tougher competition. But yeah, so like, I always get people asking me questions like, oh, why do people enjoy this game? Not this game in particular, but just like this style of game when there's this same, like, anime game. Say like whatever anime you're interested in. I don't really want to mention too many names because I don't know if that'd be okay for this video, but you guys know the typical content on my channel. And there's another game, that's a lot more casual. It's not as interactive on the market as well. And it's obviously one that's been around for a very long time. You know what I'm talking about. People ask, why would you play that game instead of the more interactive game? It's because there is, especially depending on your lifestyle and things like that, there is benefit to playing games that are more passive, that aren't as interactive, that don't require the user to do as many things, that aren't as console-like on a mobile device. Some people really are genuinely trying to play casually, or maybe they're playing while they're working. Maybe they're not supposed to be. I remember I played that other game I'm talking about that I don't do as much content on, a lot while I was working because it's so easy. The game's not going anywhere. It's not, you don't have to sit there and be glued to your phone. You can click one time and then come back. And this game is similar to that, where it's playing itself, and you can even skip it if you really want to, right? Apparently I can't do that. But yeah, so like, that's cool. That's part of the reason why these games are really, really popular, So thus far, I mean, this is clearly an advertised video, but I'll tell you, like I said in the beginning, I genuinely have been enjoying the game. And it's cool as well for me, like I said, because it's my first experience with a game like this, and it's so different than anything else that I typically play. So we're going to go ahead and do one more poll, and then we're just going to go ahead and wrap the video. And I do truly hope that you guys have enjoyed this one and found it to be fun, and it's different for me and stuff like that. And I hope, like I said, you guys have enjoyed it. So I'm going to use crystals for this one, which I'm going to try not to do very often. I am picking up a 5-star here because the little pop-up is spoiling me for myself. Another waifu mage, and here's the 5-star on Odin. Oof, husbando. I don't think I've ever said that before, but I obviously am aware of the term. All right, so another tank character. Seems like there was a good amount of those. So here's Odin. All right, Odin wields his gun gear, dealing 140% physical damage, to all front and mid-row enemies. Very high range of enemies he can hit, with a 50% chance to taunt them for 2 turns, and 70% chance to taunt targets slower than Odin. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. Passive is HP, defense, and dodge chance. Okay. Harnesses both offensive and defensive power. Wow, this is the first time I've seen a skill that actually is going to be averaging out the offense and defense. Okay, dealing 272% physical damage to a front row enemy and increasing own damage resistance by 12% for 2 turns. Okay, and last but not least, plus 12% damage resistance against enemies not faster than himself, and control resistance against enemies faster. So if you are faster, you're going to get the control resistance and damage resistance if you're slower. There was an integration of that as well here, where if you're slower, you're going to get taunted. It's really interesting. Okay, I like that a lot. It's pretty cool. Okay, so also there was a little zoom feature here. If you wanted to see that, you could even get the, I imagine, yep, there it is, the no overlay version. There's also a share button. It's cool. I like it. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and wrap, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video thus far. Again, hit that thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one. Peace.